The one moisturizer I have used since I was 20 years old, and now it's been 11 years. If I were to lose all of my skincare right now, this is the exact lineup I would go run out the door to get. I'm 31 right now. I really didn't start tinkering with skincare until I was maybe in my 20s because nothing worked for me in my teens. In my teenage years, I had very red, inflamed, oily, acne-prone skin. And to this day, that's still my skin type. But when I was in high school, I remember acne all the way through my forehead. It was just like little bumps. Every time I would put on like any sort of moisturizer, I would just be red. And you can even see, I just scratched my neck and it's still red. I just have red skin. I have very sensitive skin. So I've tried the Cetaphils, I've tried the CVS drugstore moisturizers. In high school, I tried a lot of things, even the apricot scrubs, I've done it all. And it all made my skin so red and inflamed, and it made it look worse. Nothing made my skin look better in high school. So I just gave up. I never had a moisturizer routine. I never had an SPF routine. My sunscreen game was so weak until I turned 20. And the first few people that really got me into skincare, Gothemista and also Joan Kim. American Skincare, CVS has not done me well. I will never stray away from this routine. Anything outside of this routine is just like playtime, but this will always make my skin the glowiest, the most hydrated that my skin will ever look. You know what? Maybe we'll start chronologically. The first skincare product that worked for my skin, a Japanese moisturizer. And this was something I watched from Gothemista 10 plus years ago when I was an undergrad. And when she said that this was a type of moisturizer that was watery, that wasn't oily, that would sit well on oily skin, I was like sold, and I went out to my nearest Japanese grocery store, Nijiya probably, and I picked it up immediately. The one moisturizer I have used since I was 20 years old, and now it's been 11 years, has been this Hada Labo moisturizing milk. The most original formula. The reason why this is so amazing is because you don't feel any greasiness from this. When I first started using this, I thought it was a miracle in a bottle. Every other American moisturizer was so oily, I looked like a grease ball. This literally sinks into your skin and it just hydrates you. And something I learned from all of my years of YouTube, and actually most recently, I think I heard from someone on YouTube, the root cause of oily skin is actually dehydration. When your skin is dehydrated, when it doesn't have enough moisture, your skin will produce oil. It's a compensatory mechanism for dehydration. So for 20 years of my life, I ran around the world with dehydrated skin because I didn't moisturize because I was too scared. And all of those 20 years, my skin was overproducing oil to make up for the lack of hydration. I also did a skin analysis in Korea last year, May 2022, and they showed that my skin was so well hydrated because of this hydrating lotion. It's made out of hyaluronic acid. You will see that most of my skincare products have hyaluronic acid. She was actually surprised that my skin was so well kept. Probably purchased 20 bottles of this because I don't go a day without this. I have 2 backed up in my cabinet as we speak. Ombreolisse. In the wintertime it was fine, but in the summertime it was too thick. If I did too much, it did feel like it was gonna clog my pores. So only wintertime, but I really haven't gone back to that one since I bought it the first time around. Then I went on my Korea trip and a few that I bought and tried. One was the Dr. G. It's a little bit more clear and it's a little bit more gel-like than this milk. And because of that, I actually felt like I woke up and my skin was a little bit drier than if I wore this. For me, I really like the foamy type. I've tried Cetaphil, I've tried the creamy cleansers, and to me, it feels like I've done nothing to clean my skin. I needed a foam one, but also not something that made my skin so squeaky clean that all of the moisture has been stripped away. And so I think it must have been Joan Kim, back when she was doing her Korea vlogs 5, 6, 7 years ago at this point, and she mentioned this gel cleanser. And she had acne-prone skin back then, and I thought, oh, great, I'll definitely do that. And I have not used another gel cleanser, nor do I even have the curiosity to try another gel cleanser. I think for other products in the lineup, you'll see I've tried, I've tinkered, I've experimented, but this one, I don't even need to try. I know it's that good. It makes my face feel clean, but not squeaky clean. It foams really well. Face just looks fine after I wash it. There's no redness, there's no irritation. The next thing that I discovered in my skincare journey was a vitamin C serum. I think it must have been like some combination of YouTubers telling me that vitamin C was gonna brighten my skin and being more tan. The first one I picked up was recommended by Joan Kim, and it's this Klairs vitamin C serum. Nice because it's gentle enough for my skin, and I've tried stronger vitamin C's and didn't have a reaction. What I like about this, and I didn't realize until I tried like 3 other vitamin C serums, is that this feels a little bit more oil-based. You can see here, when you put it on your skin, it feels like it's an oil base. And again, I think my skin needs a little bit of oil so that it just seals in the moisture. But when I wake up, I'm much more glowy with this vitamin C than a water-based vitamin C serum. So I've tried the Maelove vitamin C. I've also tried the Cosrx vitamin C, both of which are much stronger in percentage than this. And those two are more gel, watery based. Now, did it brighten my skin up a little bit more? I think so, I can't really tell. But because it's water based, my skin just doesn't look as glowy and dewy the next day. For the longest time, I didn't understand the value of having a toner. Thought it was just a sham, like, oh, it just looks like water. Why are you splashing a watery toner on your skin? What does that even do? In the middle of the pandemic, I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and there was a skincare creator that he's bald and Korean. He was talking about his OG toner that makes his skin look so hydrated and dewy. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. And the one that he recommended is this purple Klairs Unscented Supple Preparation Toner. And he says that he goes back to this one as his OG every single time. And I could not agree more. I have tried, after my Korea trip, the Anua toner. I've tried the I'm From Mugwort toner, the I'm From Rice toner, but this one is the one. Now, the reason being, the Anua toner was like water. I didn't see a difference, and it felt like I was splashing water in my face. I'm From Mugwort toner was fine. I didn't notice a difference. It didn't, it's supposed to be calming and soothing, but this is just as calming and soothing and also hydrating. That one was not. Again, it had the texture of water. The I'm From Rice toner, I think it's actually quite great. It's nice and light. It has that watery texture. I don't know if it does anything. I think it does help my pores look smaller, but so does this, and this one's more hydrating in my opinion, but that one's a close runner-up. It's so hydrating. I can't even begin to describe it. Like, literally sinks into your skin, and you can actually notice the hydration. It doesn't just feel like water. And that's why I go back to this, and it's been 2 or 3 years now. And even though I've tried so many toners, this is the one that I have repurchased and will continue to repurchase. Another new discovery is cleansing balms and oil cleansers. Now, for me, I didn't really understand the value of oil cleansing until recently. I thought, oh, I'll just do my gel foamy cleanser and call it a day. But no, the Korean girl said no. And I think it must have been the pandemic as well. I was watching, I think Anna in Seoul, she made this viral video of like Korean girls, when you live with them, they are oil cleansing for like 5 minutes. And then they're like foam cleansing or doing their second cleanse for another 5 minutes. And that's the secret to glassy skin. And I was like, okay, sold. If the Korean girls are doing this like other step, I'm gonna do this other step. And so the first one I got was this Vanilla Zero one. This is so perfect because when you put it on, it feels really nice. It emulsifies immediately and it starts to work away at things. I have tried oil cleansers with a pump, like the DHC one and the Hada Labo one, which are both Japanese, and it did not get off my eye makeup as quickly and as efficiently as this. When I used the Hada Labo one, I still felt my eyeliner and my mascara on my face, but this one gets everything off. And then when you rinse it off with water, my pores, my face feels so clean. versus when I used the oil ones that I just mentioned, I still felt like I had an oily film on my face. But once you rinse this off with water, it completely rinses off. You don't feel any oil or greasy residue just with water. It's magical. I've tried the Juno one as well. Again, it left this oily film, and I also thought that it felt more like a greasy oil texture than like this one. I can't describe it. It feels more like whipped butter. And I've probably gone through, this is now my 3rd or 4th bottle. I'll continue to repurchase. And the ones that I have tried that have worked for me have always been Korean ones. I've tried a few Japanese sunscreens, like the mermaid bottle one, the blue one, the aqua. That one smelled like alcohol and made my skin feel really dry, even though it's really watery and a gel-like consistency. It's really the Korean ones that have worked amazing for my skin. And the ones that I've tried in the past, I've tried the Roundlab one, and that one is great. It sinks directly into the skin, but it doesn't leave me with a glow. And you can see here, I've already put on my sunscreen, and this sunscreen leaves a glow. And I can't begin to describe to you how many people have complimented me in my bare face, just running around life. You know, when I was in Korea, I took an outdoor yoga class, and a woman, so lovely, complimented me on how glowy my skin was, and I just had sunscreen on, this sunscreen. When I have the Roundlab sunscreen on, it's just matte. I've tried the Innisfree sunscreen. The Innisfree one is too greasy for me, and there's like a little bit of a white cast. I have tried the Beauty of Joseon one. That one's great too. It's kind of like Roundlab. It sinks directly into your skin, no glow. And so because of that, the one I'm gonna share with you is this one, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid. Again, hyaluronic acid works wonders for my skin because hyaluronic acid pulls water from the air, water from your skin, whatever toner or hydration is underneath, and just like keeps it there. So that's why it looks dewy, and it'll look dewy for the next like 3 to 4 hours. So every time I put on the sunscreen, I don't even feel like putting on any like foundation. Now, if you're someone that like doesn't like your skin to look glowy, then this might not be for you. You might like that Roundlab one or the Beauty of Joseon. Those are more matte. But I personally love this glow, and it actually is a good base for my foundation. My facialist told me that I have very hydrated skin, and I really do think between my Hada Labo moisturizer and my Klairs toner, as well as this hyaluronic acid SPF, that is why I have hydrated skin, and my skin doesn't produce excess oil that it doesn't need to. And so that is my lineup. And don't forget the neck, ladies, because I'm 31 now. Every day of the year counts now for our neck and chest area. So don't forget, I'm trying to also do the hands. And this one's really nice because it's matte. It doesn't have a greasy feel. If you have like very red, sensitive, oily, sometimes large pores, acne prone, maybe some of these will work for you. I think I just found the right combination for my skin. Something about doing it in this sequence is perfect for me. After trying dozens of others, I will still come back to this set.